My mother was a beautiful girl. She grew up in the heart of a green village, far from the noise of the city. Her family was large, with 7 daughters and 3 sons. Their land was smaller than the number of children they had. For her family, she was only considered an extra burden. My mother, in her childhood, also carried the responsibility of looking after her younger brothers and sisters. My mother never had a childhood, she was occupied with the tasks of rural life. At the age of 14, she already had suitors, and among them was a 19-year-old boy from the city. My grandfather, when his eyes fell upon the city suitor who had come to that village for leisure, was deceived by their appearance. Without investigating what kind of family they were or what kind of boy he was, he allowed them to propose. On the way to the city, she built many dreams in her mind: city life, far from the hard work of the village. She wondered what the house where she was going to live would look like. On the other hand, she was afraid; she was not familiar with the city environment and knew no one there. If she faced a problem, she did not know with whom she could share it. She was a shy village girl. With those dreams still in her mind, she arrived in the city. The car stopped on an old street, in front of a large, ancient gate with brick walls. My mother, shy and gentle, did not even allow herself to ask where this place was. My father opened the big doors, and my mother faced the first scene of her new life, a cemetery. In her thoughts she said, perhaps my husband wanted to first visit his father's grave, unaware that this was to be her home. My mother was astonished and bewildered as her mother-in-law guided her toward their room, saying, "We live here, in an old cemetery with ancient trees and rooms built around it. The neighbors also live here. Don't be afraid, you will get used to it." My mother entered the room with my father, as if her ears could not hear and her eyes could not see. My father spoke to her, "This is the city, it is better than your village house. We will live here for a while, and when things improve, we will rent a house and leave. My mother and sister live in the next room, my elder brother with his wife and children live in the room opposite, and the rest of the rooms belong to good neighbors." After my father's words, all the world and dreams my mother had built in her mind collapsed. A 14-year-old girl, a stranger in the city with no acquaintances, in a room inside a cemetery, with a man she had just realized was a young idler who spent his time with friends. How could she live? There was no telephone, no way to connect with her family, no money to return to the village. And even if all of that had been possible, would her father have allowed her to go back? Life became harder. 9 months passed, and my mother was waiting in the cemetery room for her first child. In the afternoons, the neighbors gathered in the yard, one washed clothes, another told stories, and together they turned the day into night. My mother had found a few friends. My father came home late at night and left early in the morning, busy with his friends, and had just started smoking. My grandfather never once came to see his daughter. The day of birth arrived, my sister was born and they named her Linda. My father, who wanted a son, was a little upset, but since she was his first child, he loved her. For the continuation of this true story, subscribe so I can tell you the next part. To you who are my encouragement,